for the Y. And but if you have Spotify, you can go onto my Spotify and just do Rainy Day Sunday playlist. We're going to be doing some kind of, it's all Pilates, but it's a fusion of barre with weights and yoga, actually, today. So come onto your mat, and I'm doing it sideways right now. I want you to widen your legs to straddle, and bring your hands to heart center, and then squat down, and just get comfortable here, pulling up on your pelvic floor, trying to find length in your spine. Push your palms into one another, and then pull your shoulder blades back, and then pulse the tailbone down towards the mat. Think about getting the thighs parallel to the floor, getting the tailbone as low as you can. And then pause here. Pull the ribs in, bring your arms to a T. Open the shoulders, palms forward, pulse the hands back, knuckles away from hips. 5, 4, 3, 2. Get a little lower through the hips, and then hold it here. Just circle the left hand over to the right. Pull the shoulder blades down, the ribs are in. Bring the hands up overhead, drop the left knee. So now you're in Anjaneyasana. Look towards your fingertips and open the chest. Circle your hands around to the front of the mat and flex your right foot forward, drag it back, walk your hands to the front of the mat, adjust your hips, bow the head and breathe. And then slowly you're gonna push yourself back up through Anjaneyasana. Step up into your high lunge, bring your hands forward, adjust your shoulder blades back, and take it back to that starting position. Pulsing the knuckles back and the tailbone down. 5, 4, 3. Now hold it here as low as you can go with the hips, and just bring the thumbs up. Little pulses up, and then back, and then up and back. 5, 4, pull up on the pelvic floor. 3, 2, get a little lower. Last one. Right hand to left. Find that stretch on the front of the left hip. Pull the ribs in. The shoulders are back. The hands are up. Now you're in your high lunge. Push back through that right foot and lower the knee. Take the hands back into that extension. Circle the hands down to the front of that left foot, and then drag the heel back. Walk the hands forward, bow the head, adjust the hips, and breathe. Couple more breaths here. And then you're gonna come back to your Anjaneyasana, compressing the ribs, pushing up to your high lunge, adjusting the shoulders back, circle hands back to that starting position. Now let's go a little faster. So let's just go up, middle, over. Let's do like 5 of these. Each time you do it, think about the spinning of the head and the femur of the ball and socket joint in the hip. 3, 2, I can hear mine clicking. Last one, you're gonna end up back at that left hand to the right, pull the shoulders back, come back down to your Anjaneyasana. Take it back as far as you can this time, and circle your hands down and knit them together. Open the shoulders, and then lean back into that left heel and bring the nose to the front right knee. Bow the head if you can. Find your balance. You can always release your hands and bring them back to the front. And then let's just do a couple of these. So lean up and then back through. Exhale. Big inhale, looking up, shoulders back. Exhale. Push the heel away and drag the hip back. And then come back to your Anjaneyasana, standing back up into your high lunge, and take it back to your squat. Let's do the other side. Right hand to left, hands up, lower hips, Anjaneyasana, circle hands back through, lean into right hip, ribs are in, and take it 3 times. Find your balance. You can flex your back foot if you feel like this is hard, or drop your hands. Big inhale and then exhale. Good. Meet me back in your Anjaneyasana. Stand up in your high lunge, circle back to your squat. Pull those shoulder blades back. Good, bring the hands back behind the hips and then straighten the legs. Turn the toes forward, drop the head. Knuckles away from nape of neck, crown of head towards floor. Couple breaths, pulling the navel up to the spine, and then release your right hand down to the mat and lift the left hand up for a twist. Switch. Good, now let's get a little bigger here. So you've got your right hand up, left hand is on the floor. You're gonna take your right hand over to your left knee and bend it. And then switch. Let's go back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, and
okay.
Good. Now come back to your high lunge here. Circle your hands back to your hips and push up. Now I have a sofa here. You can have a chair. You can find somewhere that eventually you're going to be able to do some standing leg work. I want your hands back by your hips right now. Your ribs in, your hip down. Now just pulse the left heel up towards the ceiling and breathe. 5, 4, 3. Really think about turning the left hip down and the left heel is as high as you can get it. Now hold the left leg stable and bend and straighten the right knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come to standing, one-legged Tadasana. Find your balance, open the shoulders. Take your arms up. Woo. Good. Adjust the shoulder blades down, and then if you need to bring your hands to heart center or hold on to something in front of you, you can. I just want you to take your left leg out and back in, and out and back in. Make sure your standing foot is tracked forward, so you want your knee to be right in front of your second and third toe. Good, now bring that right leg forward and just bring your hands down to your hips. Let's do like a figure 8 with that knee. So you're gonna go out and around. Thinking about the rotation in that ball and socket joint. 3, 2, hearing some clicks here. Last one, bring that left knee in towards the right. Bring the left leg over the right leg and then take it forward, take it out to the side and take it behind you. Keeping the ribs in. I'm just gonna scoot away from my support system a little bit. And now we're gonna take it back. So you're taking a point to each place. About 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, back to 9 and 6. Okay, so this is Rondesham. Let's make it a little smoother. You can always bring your foot and touch the floor or bring it up into the air, making that smooth circle. Now we're gonna take it around and then through, and around and then through. Let's do 3 in each direction. Last one here, hold it, adjust the shoulders, stand tall, maybe hold on if you need to. Back, pulse it, pull the heel up by the hip, feel the extension on the back of the leg, and then take it around. Ooh. I gotta hold on. Back and around, stabilizing your standing leg. Last one. Good. Bring the right leg back up. Bring the hands back up. Find your balance. Take it back to your warrior 3. Step back in your high lunge. Circle your hands back down on either side of that front foot and lift the right hand for a twist. Open the shoulder. Bring the right hand down, bring the right leg back, flatten out your hands for a plank. Lengthen out from heel to head, pull the abs in, and bring that left leg forward. Come on up. Open the shoulders, lift up into your warrior 3, pulse the right heel up. Couple breaths here, adjusting ears away from shoulders, sliding the shoulder blades down the back, pulling the ribs in, and then slowly come to your one-legged Tadasana and finding your balance here. Again, you have choices. You can either keep your hands high on your hips, holding onto your support system, in and out with right knee. Like you're opening and closing a screen door. Try to get that lateral edge of the right leg as far back by the hip as possible. 3, 2, engage the right foot, pull up on the pelvic floor. Last one, that right knee is in. You're gonna take it to your figure 8. Visualize from bone out. 5, 4, find your balance. If it's harder on one side than the other, hold on somewhere. 3, 2. Okay, now Rondashon. Bring that right leg out, open the shoulders, and then take it out to the side and then behind you. Ooh. Okay, now let's go back and forth. 5, 4. Remember, you have the option. You can drop it down. 2, 3, 2. I really feel it through my left standing leg. Last one, right leg forward. Find your balance and kick it back. Pulse it up, pull the abs in, shoulders are back. 3, 2, let's go 3 in each direction. So you're gonna take that Rondashon around and back, around and back, keeping that leg straight the whole time. This is the last time in this position. Now you're gonna switch up to 12 o'clock, out to 3, and around to 6. 3 times, guys. Ooh. Last one. And up, bring your hands back up. Find that length in the spine. Take it back to your warrior 3. Come back to a lunge. Circle your hands back down onto the mat. Lift your hand up. Look towards that left hand. Open the shoulder. Good, now bring your left hand on the inside of the left foot. Bring your left foot back to your plank, and let's alternate. Right foot forward, open the shoulder. Right foot back, left foot forward, open. Left hand down. 5, 4. You can always come down to your knees if you need to modify. 3, 2, and 1. Meet me in a plank and hold. Separate feet to hip distance. Take a couple breaths. Pushing heels away from head. Lengthening out that neck on all sides. Look at your hands. Spread out your fingertips and lean into the front knuckles. Try to take it out of the wrist. Turn the creases towards each other. Puff up through the shoulder blades. Tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Couple breaths, and then pulse forward and back. Tips of toes, balls of feet. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop the right knee. Take that left hand over the head. Reach the left heel away from the hand. Circle the left hand up. Bring the left leg up. Tent the right fingertips and open the shoulders. Pulse the left heel here. Look towards the left hand and breathe. So you're really pulling the waistline in. And then you're just going to kick the left leg back and bring it up. Back and up. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Left leg goes right out from that hip. Turn the knee up. Small circles. Gazes up, lengthen neck. 5, 4, 3, 2. Engage your pelvic floor, switch direction. Big inhale, breathe down to the pelvis. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your left hand behind your head. Open that elbow towards the ceiling. Find that extension in the chest. Bring the left knee to left elbow and open. Push heel away from hip when you straighten leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle left hand to left foot, push hip forward, open chest. Good. Lengthen out that left hand and leg, and then circle the left hand back down to the floor, and you've got that left leg up now. So again, adjust the ribs, bring the left knee down, sit back on the hips just for a moment, stretching out that lower back, and then you're gonna come back up to all fours and kick the right leg out, and then come back down and kick the left leg out. So let's go back and forth here. I'm gonna back up a little bit because then I'm gonna add my arms. So opposite arm to opposite leg. Or you can modify and just do one at a time. 5, 4, 3. Think about that transition of lowering the torso. Last one, back down to your child's pose. Round back up to all fours, cat-cow. Go from flexion to extension. Find as much mobility in the spine as possible. And then pause in neutral. Take a couple breaths, flex the toes, hover the knees. Tilt the tailbone away from the chin and push back to your downward dog and pedal. Couple breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now walk your feet halfway forward, width of hips, tent fingertips. Bring left hand to outer right ankle. Look over or under that right arm and breathe. And then switch. Bring the right hand forward. Bring your feet back to the front of the mat. Take your left foot back into a low lunge and the right foot back to your plank. Good. Separate your feet to hip distance. Bring opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Pull the ribs in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now kick your butt. Try to keep the knees in alignment with the hips. Engage those lower abs. 5, 4, look at your hands again. Lean forward. And then pause, push the heels back, bring the right knee to the right elbow, left knee to left elbow. Let's do 5, 4, feel that lateral flexion, floating rib coming towards hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down to your knees, push back to child's pose, come back to your kicks. You're gonna kick the right leg out and then come down, and then the left leg. Go back to that pushing out away from heel and head. Add the opposite hand if you wish. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. You're gonna come back down, come to all fours, kick out that right leg up at hip height. Good, now pulse it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Spin it over. Reach the right hand over the head and push down through the right lateral foot. Bring the right hand up, bring the right leg up, and pulse the heel high. I'm gonna face you guys, y'all stay like that. Good. Open the shoulders. Take a few big deep breaths. And then kick it forward and back. So you're gonna go, actually you're gonna kick it back and up, back and up. It's like a backwards L. Try not to cut corners. Keep that 90-degree angle. The heel is at hip height. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then pause. Turn the knee up. Give me 5 circles. Keeping the opposing hands away from each other. Reaching out that right foot away from the hip. Go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Bring the right hand behind the head. Bring the right elbow into the knee. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Right hand up. Circle back to right heel. Open shoulder. Breathe. Good. And then slowly release that right hand back to the right, under the shoulder. Keep the right heel up, flex the left foot, and let's kick it back to your 3-legged dog. Lift and lower that left heel up and down. And then leave the heel up and bend and straighten that left knee. Try to lift your right heel away from the hip. 3, 2, and 1. And bring the right knee in towards that right elbow and kick it away. Bring it in towards the nose. Find that flexion. Kick it away. Bring it into the opposite elbow. Good. Look forward. Open the collarbone. Kick it away. And then bring the right foot on the outside of the right hand and lift that right hand again. Find your twist. Pull the abs in and breathe. Lower the right hand. Come back to your plank. Push back to a downward dog. Lift that left leg. Lift and lower the right heel. Pull the navel to the spine. Turn the left shoulder blade down. Leave the heel up. Bend and straighten right knee. 5, 4, 3. Really lift up through that right quad and pull up pelvic floor. Last one. Straighten right leg. Pull left knee forward. Exhale. Push back. Big inhale. Round torso. Exhale, push back, inhale. Find that twist, left elbow, right elbow, left knee. Push back, come back to your twist, left foot down, left hand up. Open the shoulder, lower that left hand, step forward with the right foot, and put your hands or your elbows on your thighs. Get your knees back over your ankles and breathe. Good. Now, if you can take it a little lower here, I want you to lower the tailbone. Turn your toes out and push the upper arms into the thighs. Good. And then come down onto your sacrum, onto your tailbone, and you're lifting your toes up and bringing your palms up. So open the shoulder blades, lift the hands, lower the heels, open the arms to a T. Try to hover the shoulder blades and keep that neck long, and then come right back up. Big inhale, keep the ribs in. You always have the option to use your legs to come up and to bend your knees, and then come back up. Big inhale, and then exhale. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Good. Hold on to your thighs, roll back, and then come on up. This time, straighten your legs and hold on to your ankles, or keep your thighs. You can flex your feet a little bit, roll back. I just hit the sofa. And then come back. If you go back too far, and especially if you have any neck or back issues, you don't have to go back far. It's really about coming up to balance and not touching your feet to the floor. 3, 2, last one. Find your teaser. Good. Bring your legs back together, lower them down, bring your hands to your hips, and come up to tabletop. Open your shoulders and lengthen your neck. Walk your feet out and your hands out, and then bend and straighten your elbows. So you're trying to keep your hips high. Turn your elbows away from your chin. Take your gaze up. 3, push evenly through all your fingertips. 2, and 1. Bend your knees, and let's do another set. So you can get your hips a little higher here. Think about it more as bending the arms as opposed to lowering the hips. 5, Keep space between ears and shoulders. 4, you really feel that stretch on the front of the shoulder though. Last one, bring your hips back, hover your hips, lower down, bring the hands up, roll forward deflection, and articulate back to sitting tall. Grab some weights, guys. I'm gonna grab the 2 pounds today. You can do 2 or 3 or none, or bottles of water. We're gonna come back up to standing. Okay, so come back to your squat. Bring the hands right down the midline of the body, turn your toes out, and bend the knees again. Open the shoulders, visualize from bone out. So you're stacking the shoulders over the hips. Now every time you lower the hips, bring the hands up. So it's gonna look like this. Like you have one weight. And you're pushing that weight down. Think about the eccentric contraction of lengthening the arm away from the shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, pulling up on that pelvic floor, finding space in the spine. Bring the hands back up to the collarbone and then turn your palms towards your face. Now you're gonna stand tall, and I want you to bring your elbows down and then open up when you lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna add on to this, guys. So this time I want you to lower and lift, and lower and lift. Good. Try to keep the shoulders propped directly over the hips. 4. See, I'm turning my fingertips down and then up. 2. Squeezing flesh to bone when I lift my arms. Last one. Meet me with your arms overhead. Now bring the right arm down and the left arm up. Now switch. Get a little lateral flexion. Floating rib towards hip. Reach one fingertip away from the other. Take your gaze up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both arms back up. Bring it out to your T, back to the starting position. So you're pulsing your fingertips back, and then you're gonna take it up. Come down a little further and just hold. Stay stagnant with the lower torso. Now without gripping the weights, give me small circles. Think space between shoulders and ears. Visualize the scapula flat against the ribs and sliding down towards the waist. Then go the other way. 5, 4, 3. Come a little lower with the hips, a little lower. Thighs parallel to floor. Arches engaged. Last one. Now bring that left hand over to the right. Pull the shoulder blades back. Bring the hands back up. Lower that left knee. Lean into the left hip. Circle the hands around. You can drop your weights or just bring your knuckles onto the mat and bow your head. Pull that right hip back and flex the pinky toe towards the face. Come back into your forward lunge. Push up into your high lunge. Bring the hands forward, bring it back, take it back. We're gonna go to the other side. Up, lower, open, around, circle, bow, navel to spine. Come back into your Anjaneyasana, lift back up into your high lunge. You got it. Now let's go back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, spinning that head of femur and ball and socket joint of hip. Hold it here, let's change it. Up and over, pull the elbows in and take it back to your T. Up and over and around. Ooh, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one to the left side. Good. And meet me back in your straddle with your arms at a T. Now just straighten the legs and bring your fingertips towards your heart center. 5, 4, 3, 2, Then hold it out to your T and lift the hands overhead. Now alternate. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys. Bring the hands down to the hip. Now when you squat down, you're just going to pull the hands back up. Back to that starting position. 5, 4, 3, 2. Really feel those delts wrapping around the top of the shoulder girdle. Last one. Take it out. Circle back to the right hand. Lower the weights. Bring the hands back up to that high lunge. Bring the hands onto your chair or wherever you need to balance. And then kick that left leg back up. Turn the left hip down. You can bring your right forearm onto the chair or the counter. Keep your left hand up. Now bring your left knee into your left shoulder and kick out. Bring it into your left shoulder and kick out. So you're thinking about pushing that heel away from the hip again in this position. Good. Twist the ribs. Lengthen that leg completely. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring the left leg in so your shin is parallel to the front, to the length of the mat, and lift and lower. Let's do 5. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can give me a little bend in that standing leg. You can even come up onto your right heel. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it here. I want you to take the left shin to the back of the mat. Now pulse that knee up. 5, 4, 3. Take your gaze forward. Adjust your shoulder blades and your collarbone so they're square. 3, now hold it here. Now look over your right shoulder. Lower your right heel if it's up and kick that left leg back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now turn the heel up. I want you to take that knee up and out. We're gonna just rotate the head of femur and ball and socket joint of hip at hip height. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Straighten the leg, bend the leg. Straighten, bend. 5, 4, 3. Think about flexing your foot when you bring the heel in, pointing it when you straighten it out. 2. Last one. Lift and lower that left leg all the way. 5. It's starting to feel heavy. You're using the body weight of that left leg. Keep the lever long, the knees straight. Squeeze flesh to bone. 3, 2. Last one. Lift the left leg, come up onto your right hand. Give me a little curtsy, and then kick it out. Curtsy, if you want to let your hands go, go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Even try to balance. Bring your hands to heart center. Hold it here, and then lift your left leg up onto that chair, or whatever support you have. Bring your hands up overhead. Turn your torso towards your left knee. Bow forward. Bend your nose towards your knee. Pull your hip back and breathe. Take it into lateral flexion. Bring the left hand down, the right arm up. Revolve the ribs towards the ceiling and breathe. And then bring your right hand down. Circle that left leg back behind your right. Bring your hands up, hinge at your hips. Bow forward. Walk your hands to the right corner of the mat. Take a couple breaths here. And then left corner. Breathe into that right hip. And then slowly make your way back up to standing. And we're going to switch sides. So bring that right leg back. Bring your left forearm down. Pulse the right heel up. Pull the abs in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now bring it into that right shoulder and kick it out. Really think about straightening the right leg completely, keeping that waistline engaged. Wrap everything towards the spine. Protect that lower back with the front of the torso. 2. Last one, you're gonna bring the right knee to, or the right shin to parallel of the length of the mat. Then lift and lower that right knee up and down to the left thigh. Now lift your left heel and just open and close. Possibly add your bending and straightening of left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, right leg up. Push the right heel back. So now the right heel is facing away from your left shoulder. Lower the left heel and pulse back. 5, 4, feel the stretch on the front of the right hip. 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to turn that knee up and out. Like you're trying to turn the heel and the sole of the foot to face the ceiling and push a buzzer. 3, 2, last one, heel up, bend and straighten leg. 5, 4, think about your pelvic floor. Find length in the spine and the shoulders. 3, point out, flex in. Point out, flex in. 2, and 1. Straighten that leg completely, lift and lower. So really focus on the back of the hamstring, that crease where the hamstring meets the glute, lifting the heel as high as you can. You can add that bend and straighten of standing leg. Heel can be lifted. 5, 4, or not. 3, 2, come up onto that left hand, hold it here. Lower the left heel if it's up. Bring the right heel over to the support, either the chair, the sofa. Come up into lateral flexion first this time, opening that left hip, looking up towards the left elbow, pulling back through the right thigh, and then turn the torso towards the right knee and bow the head. Pull the abs in and breathe. Good. Bring your hands back up onto the support system. Bring your right foot back behind your left. Bring your hands up, hinge forward, bow your head, walk it over to the left corner of the mat this time. And then over to the right. And then circle your feet so you're facing the other way on the mat and they're entwined. And then walk your hands back out to your plank. Drop down to your knees or not. We're going to do some push-ups. So look at your hands, make sure they're right under your shoulders. Lift your feet if your knees are down. If not, lift your knees. Okay? Now, hover the heart between the hands, pull the elbows in, and then push right back up. Again, think about the placement of the hands. I want you to keep your wrists safe. So lean into the front knuckles. Let's do 5, 4. Really feel the front of the thighs resting on the mat as you lower the hips. 3, 2. Last one, you're gonna lower the heart and pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back onto your heels and breathe. Nice. Roll back to all fours. Take the right hand up to the ceiling, tent it down under the left shoulder. Bring the left hand forward, walk it over to the right corner of the mat. Push through that right outer arm. And then if you'd like to take it further here, you can push out through that left leg and bring it over towards the right hand. Circle the left hand back to the front of the right hip and find more rotation through the ribs. Try to push down through the lateral left foot. Take a couple breaths here, thinking about the contact that you're having with the mat. So right ear and shoulder, right knee, and then that left outer foot. Circle left hand back up. Bring your right hand back out. Take your left leg back to all fours and let's switch sides. So it's left hand up and through. Good, get comfortable here. Walk the right hand forward and over, and then push out through that right leg. So you're using that left outer arm as stability. Bring the right foot towards that or right foot towards right hand. Push down through the lateral edge, circle right hand back to outer left hip, and take your gaze up towards that right shoulder as you twist. Think about gravity and those points of the joints that are having contact with the mat. Push through all of them evenly. Good. And then release the right hand, push back up onto all fours. Bring the right foot back, step back to a downward dog, and pedal. Walk the feet between the hands and come to seated position. How are we doing, guys? I don't even know I can't see, but hopefully you guys are there. Can anybody talk to me?
Hello.
Hi. Okay, bring your hands up. Hinge
Hi, Madeline. You have 3 minutes.
I have 3 minutes. Why 3 minutes?
Or not.
Articulate back up to seated position. We got to do some abs then quickly, some more abs. So articulate all the way down. And then bring your hands overhead and find that stretch. And then circle your hands back to your hips. If you have your weights here, great. If not, don't worry about it. Bring your legs up to chair position. Push your whole spine into the mat. Lift the head and the shoulders and pulse the fingertips towards the front of the mat. Keep the collarbone wide, flex the toes. The navel is down. Okay, now you're gonna add the arms. So you're gonna take the arms out to a T, drop the head. Bring the hands back up. Let's do 5. 4, you're stabilizing the lower torso. 3, 2, the ribs are in. Last one, hands to hips, and then take it up to the ceiling, back to the hips, out to a T. Let's do 5 like this. 4, 3. If you feel it in your neck, keep your head down. Remember, you're not looking to have any tension in your neck at all. It's all about your abs, so feel it in the waistline. 3, 2, now we're gonna add the legs, guys. You ready? Legs out, arms to T, bring it back in. Let's do 5 like this. Or not, you can modify one or the other and keep either the head up or down. 3, 2, look down the midline, pull the navel in, hold it here, take it up and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's switch direction. Ready, guys? Out and around. Exhale every time you bring the hands and the heels in. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's just alternate knees and arms. 5, 4, come up a little higher off the shoulders, pull the ribs in a little more. 3, 2, okay. Now let's do a little sequence. Drop the head and the shoulders. Drop the feet just to reorganize and get comfortable. And then you're gonna come to your dead bug pose. So knees are bent, elbows are bent. Hover the back of the arms, relax the jaw and the neck, and then lift the head and the shoulders, straighten the arms and the legs, take it around and come up. And then articulate right back down to your dead bug. This is your resting place. Compress the ribs, navel to spine. Lengthen and around. Possibly come up a little higher onto your sits bones, palms are up, and then roll back to shoulder blades and head. Rest the back of the arms. Now this time, if you want to make it a little harder, don't rest here. You're going to come up, you're going to go around, exhale, and then you're going to roll back and keep the shoulder blades up off the mat. Let's do 2 like this. Or take your resting spot. Good, let's go the other direction. So out, around, and bend. Out, now add your teaser here, and around, and bend. Come up to your teaser, lower down, and around, and bend. Last one, big inhale, lower the shoulder blades, circle around, and bend. Nice, drop the feet, bring the hands up to the ceiling. Adjust the shoulder blades down, lift the hips. I gotta get away from the sofa. Good, bring the right hand back, left hand down. Articulate down and switch. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands up overhead. Good. Plug the shoulder blades down. Pulse the hips up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, crease where hamstring meets glute. Collarbone is wide. Head of humerus plugged down into shoulder blade. Now right leg up. You're going to lift and lower those hips. 5, 4. If you want to bring your hands down, feel free. You can use the back of the arm for stabilization. Last one. Good. Bring the right leg up. Lift and lower right heel. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now meet me with your right leg even with your left. Turn the knee out. Give me 5 circles in each direction. Think about keeping the rest of your body still. And then switch direction. 5, 4. Lift that right hip just a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Right leg back up. Lower it down to meet your left leg. Articulate all the way through, supported back to neutral. Lower the hands, open the shoulders. Good. Lift the hips and lower. Let's go. 5, 4. Think about the imprint of the sole of your foot even from right to left side. 3, 2. Feel that left cheek. It's a little more engaged or contracted from the work we just did. Now we're going to even it out. So leave your arms and your hips up. Pulse your pubic bone towards the ceiling. Adjust the collarbone and the jaw. And make big deep breaths down into the hips. And then you're going to lift that left leg. You're going to bend the knee to 90 degrees and lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Left hip up, or both hips up. Left leg straight. Lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then that left leg is out at 45 degrees. Turn the knee out. Give me 5 circles in each direction. Small little circles. Hips stay stable. 3, 2, switch direction. 5, 4. If your hands are still up, make sure they're right over your shoulders. Make sure your elbows are straight and your shoulders are down. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the left leg, lower the foot, articulate all the way down. Bring the hands to the hips, the knees into the chest, roll around on the sacrum in a clockwise motion. A couple deep breaths, and then go the other way. 5, 4, 3. Feels so good. You're just like releasing all that muscle attachment on the back of the sacrum. Bring your nose up to your knees. Bring your left leg out, right knee in. Hold on to right ankle with right hand. Switch. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Left leg in. Drop the right heel. Drop the head and the shoulders. Pull the left knee around the ribs on the left side, and then with the right hand, pull it across the body. Look at your left hand at a T. Find your twist. Then bring the left leg back over the left hip and point your toes. Straighten your knee, adjust your shoulder blades. Breathe. Bring both knees back into chest. Lengthen out that left leg long. Pull the right knee in and around the ribs on the right side. Push away with the left heel. With the left hand, bring that right leg across the body. Find your twist. And then bring the leg back over the hips. Straighten it out. Point the toe. Open the shoulders. Take a couple breaths. Good, guys. Roll yourself up to seated position. Get rid of your weights. Take your legs out to a straddle. Bring your hands up. Fold forward. Bow your head. Turn your knees up towards the ceiling and the toes up. And then spider your hands over to the right side and lift your left elbow. And then spider it over to your left side and lift your right elbow. Bring it back to the midline. Walk your hands in. Bring your feet to crossed. Thank you guys very much for showing up. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Madeline.
Thank you. Was that Stacy? Thank you so much.